Hello, welcome back. We'll be playing Foundations, and in this episode we're going to be working to unlock our trade routes, building a warehouse, and actually setting up our military fort. Previously, we were going to place it here in these woodlands, but now after last episode, I find it fitting to move it over to this island, as we did have quite a funny situation where fishermen were leaving to go get these fish over here, but I guess their boat tries to cut across the island too quickly, so we'll have to actually make our fishing outpost, so to say, here, which makes more sense just in general. It is more efficient to have your fishing huts closer to the source of fish, so that way they won't have to take as much time. So we'll begin. I think the first objective here is to build a warehouse. We have enough supplies to do so. We do have one assigned villager, so let's go ahead and find them a job. Probably just a transporter is fine for now. There's not really too much to transport. We only have one berry farm, and I'm going to actually destroy this fishing hut now, just so we don't have a repeat occurrence of the... let's watch it one more time. Will she make it? This is Imagina, I believe. There she goes. She's going out, I think last time she was trying to go to the far fish. I think this time, since she's trying to go to the near fish, or she's trying to go to the straight on fish, way out there. Yeah, she's going right up to those. So it has no problem pathing to those. But whenever they choose, I guess, it's a random roll of the dice, because it looks like they're roughly about the same distance away. Yeah, roughly about the same distance away from that fisher's hut. That's when they fall off their boat when they're trying to cut across that section there. And then they don't get fish. So I guess I'll keep it for now. We do want some fish. So we do have 3 newcomers. We'll have to find them some jobs. For now, they can be unemployed. That's not a big deal. In some mods, it is, but in the base game, it's not. We're already full on stone, and we're starting to accumulate enough planks. So let's go ahead and just build the warehouse now. We're basically wasting time with our miners because they can't store more than 50 of the resource, the stone, in their work site. I don't want to crowd the church so much if undesirable, and I might actually move back once I purchase this land, move my industrial zone back a little ways, or I could move the church maybe more in line with the markets. That's further down the line. But for right now, the warehouse, this is undesirable for me too, because it's not really centrally located. So my builders, if they're coming over here, it'll do for now. I might have to just rearrange everything as I buy more land and the needs of my village increases. It's a really curious route here. They have like a cul-de-sac, but I have no reason. Why would they need a cul-de-sac? Maybe that was when the builders were coming over. Anyway, we'll go ahead and place it here for now. Make sure we don't clip into the work site here. You can see the plank workers, the carpenter. Sawmill is, yeah, I don't want them to have any pathing issues there. That looks like a good spot for the warehouse. Go ahead and put that down there. And then next we'll need to purchase this land so we can begin the migration and the actual production of the fort. There we go, and that actually unlocks the ability to build the fort, purchasing your 3rd territory. The first 2 are free, so you don't have to unlock the trade route. You can just purchase a 3rd territory. It did come at a cost of 125 gold, or coins, and we are losing. It says 2, but if you look at the finance screen, I think last month we lost 16. So we're losing 16 due to upkeep on various structures. And now we're going to face an additional upkeep, I think, of 5 coins per month. So we're going to need to get our military fort up rather quickly. If we're getting fish, That's awesome. We got see some being delivered to the market there. Let's see. Yep. So building the military fort. So we're going to plan to have at least 4, 5, or 6 fisher huts harvesting fish from those 3 nodes. So we're going to need some houses over there. The military fort and the barracks over here. Also going to need a well. So we have plenty of stone, and wood should be in relatively good supply. So let's go ahead and build a well to set up a habitability zone here, so to say. More back towards the woods. I would like to cut down all these trees, but I'm really short on tools. I don't want to use those until I unlock the trader. And I do need, before I unlock the trader, I do want to get that military fort up. I do need to purchase it. So I'll go to the progression tab here. And I still haven't picked a name for myself. I'll just use my handle, I guess. Let's pick my title. I'm no longer unknown. So, and we know the name of my village, so we'll go ahead and name that. Slither Shores. Awesome. Alright, and then buy military fort for 25. So now we're under 200 total. Warehouse is built. We have some workers or pending villagers that need to work. Stack them all up in there. We need wood, here, planks, stone, and tools for now. I'll have to build another warehouse for cloth. Okay. So that'll actually help too, because this lumber camp is not working either because they're full up on wood, and the carpenters are only taking from this lumber camp for their source of raw materials. So we got the well being built there. We have some new items, mainly the fort. Go ahead and place that, I think, more towards the front or the entry point of the island. So we'll do a great hall, and this will allow us to begin levying our populace, which is going to be very needed here shortly because we're running at a deficit. Pretty much in line with the entry of the bridge. We'll leave a little space for some walls or anything I want to put around here later on. Looking at it height-wise, it looks like over here would be slightly better. And since he's building a path here, let's go in line with his path. So, that makes more sense. I tend to try to build structures closer to the prominence, which is the highest point on a peak. Okay, and I think that's all it's needed, and I don't want to make it any more elaborate than it needs to be. I need an interactive location, which is, an interactive location is where visitors to your village or settlement can come to quests or make decrees. I have one more newcomer. Welcome. Okay, and so we have the well almost complete. We're going to set up some housing and move the fisher hut. So I think I'll put the military barracks over here, and for right now, just have housing along there. Alright, I think we'll speed it up a little bit. I tend to play a little slower, more relaxed, but just so we can get good progression, I'll speed things up in general. Next we'll want to probably move the fisher huts. Alright, the well's complete. Awesome. There we go. Really close. The path, because I don't have any way of really, I can maybe get away with the tools for another lumber camp here, but I need the Fisher's Hut up sooner than later. We'll worry about redoing the path, but the path coming to this Fisher's Hut's going to be undesirable. It'll be too snaky because of those trees. Hello. What do you say here? Noble duty. I see. Yes. So they're happy that I'm beginning to construct a military fort, and they provide me 20 swords and 5 influence. It's not tokens, but influence is the name of the currency. So we can see that here. I have the 5 influence. I have 0 rating. You get rating primarily by building splendor. Splendor is a way of building enhancements to buildings that are fancier, I guess, in general. So let them work on those couple of tasks and monitor the village and see how things are going. But I have no way of using the splendor later on, or the influence, because it's gated by me, because my rating and my overall prosperity are low. And prosperity is the key indicator of like how successful your village is or settlement. So it has all these factors that come into producing prosperity. Wealth, meaning you have, I think, a lot of money. There's a number of factors here you can see. Territory, how many territories you own, and once I unlock that 3rd territory, it actually increased my prosperity to 10, which unlocked some of the kingdom, clergy, and labor tier 1 requirements or items. Alright, let's see. I do have enough for the lumber mill, enough tools. I don't need a barracks before the trade route, but I do want the wood off that land. There is a really cheesy way of tearing down wood in a wherever it's undesirable. Basically, you go through and you build a bridge. I'll just do it to this small section here, and then you can hit build, I guess, and then cancel it. That chops down the wood basically. It doesn't cost you anything, but you can see now those trees are destroyed. I don't like to do that though. It's like exploitive, I feel, or just not in line with how I like to play a game. Let's see. We have 4 unassigned villagers. Guess we'll fill up the granary and mining. This builder is just in a far off location. I guess we'll need to start planning out that housing as well. Great halls built, awesome. Wood for the elders, awesome. So this is a source of income. These are like godsends when it comes to the hard playthrough, as your economy is trash. There's no way you're getting positive income anyway other than levies, and these quests are the most important way of gaining this resource, money, coins. So we do have a builder's hut over here, and let's go ahead and place the well. And I am tasked with saving up wood. That looks like a decent enough place. Maybe back a little further. Okay, that's a good place for housing there. I really don't need to be collecting the berries yet. I don't believe I'm at a deficit overall. Still 50 in the bank and 30 waiting to be sold. Fishing is another matter. We probably need 2 or 3 fisher huts. Let's put at least 3 down. I'll wait for this one to be built just so I can make it. Probably. I like to make the fisher huts somewhat close together and somewhat aesthetically in line with each other, not haphazardly placed. I'm sure some people are like similar to me, but it's not a big deal. Like one was sideways like this, and things like that. Don't want the boats crashing into each other. third one, this is a pretty steep incline. Yeah, I'm going to build them more towards the shore. As if we were pretending that these boats had ways of navigating poorly, it was like a windy conditions, they might crash into the cliff. So we want them to beach on the beach instead of. But they do have a bad approach there, so maybe we need to make a little haphazard. There we go. It's haphazarded. Oh well, realism. There we go. Okay. So that's good for now. 3 fishing huts. I only have 34 population. Not too many. But I can start levying. Let's do that right away. So you can promote villagers, however we're gated in doing this because on the hard aspirations we cannot promote until our clergy aspiration is completed, which is to basically build the biggest church or the most advanced church, which requires 400 splendid, 400 prosperity and quite a few religious buildings. Let's go ahead and get some money. We're going to receive. Do we have a newcomer? I gotta tax the newcomers before I issue this levy. They have coins in their pockets and I need to rob it. Alright, now we can get some money. There we go, that's 111. So now we should generally be keeping a low, roughly, as long as I don't overdo it with maintenance cost on structures and infrastructure. And definitely don't purchase too many territories. I think the most territories I purchase is roughly 3 or 4 at the most on this type of playthrough until we can start producing income some other way besides levies. Or I guess as long as you have a high enough population base where your levies are hundreds or 500 some coins. Right now we're only at 100. So this structure is complete. Go ahead and assign some workers here. Produce an extraction zone. Chop down everything. Eventually we'll put some forest back, but right now all trees must go. This fisher's hut is complete. Let's go and put that there. Let's go ahead and add some housing over here to our new well area. We'll go all the way out to that road. That's good enough for now. Let's build a berry hut. I'll build infrastructure that doesn't cost any tools or supplies or maintenance costs, incur any maintenance costs. Right there's good. So when newcomers come, I at least have places for them to work, even though I may not necessarily need these resources right now. It's good to put them up. And we are running low on fish in general. And the path from the granary to the stall is a little bit long. We are seeing a secondary road coming in off the church, which is expected. I'll then. Do I think I have any more walls? Oh, I don't think I have walls yet. I have one unassigned villager, but they'll go into a fishing hut once that's constructed. And we do need to look. Okay, I have 20 planks, so let's go and unlock the trade route. 20 planks. There we go. And that increases me to the second tier of the common path. Let's look at the monthly report. Oof. Oh, that's because I purchased territory. Makes sense. I guess we'll see how it goes next month, but overall, overall I had a profit last month because of the levy. The levy, it will decrease the happiness of your citizens by 30%, and it slowly fades over time, roughly I think 30 days. So you can basically issue it once every 30 months as a recurring tax, but it's just a manual operation you have to carry out. Let's go ahead and set up trade on resources, and then accept a newcomer. I want to buy tools. So the way the trade works is you set quest. Totally spaced it out. Do I have enough wood? Nope, I don't. So what I need to actually do before that quest expires, I'll stockpile wood. I'll set up trade. Stockpile means that my sawmill will not be able to use the resource because we have 4 days to collect that much wood. I should have it. I have at least 20 wood over here. I just collected it. Oh man, if I fail this quest, I'll be so bad. Oh well. I wasn't paying attention. I should have stockpiled it right away. But yeah, well, all my lumber camps are dried up, and I built all these fisher huts, which cost 20 wood, so whoops. Just lack of focus. There'll be another quest, but maybe I can pull it off. But in 4 days, it's gonna be tight. And you can see our first house on this island, and that's cool. We want the fishermen to live somewhat close to here so that they can go ahead and be a little bit more productive. When they go home, they don't have to walk as far. They do have to walk all the way over here if they need services or market attention. Let's see if we can pass the quest. I doubt it. 2 days left. No, that's okay. What am I going to lose mine? Nope, I'm just going to lose some influence. That's okay. We'll get it back. Yeah, I used way too much wood. Is the wood over here? No. Okay. 28, 1 day left. Oh. Okay, I'll take the whole off of it because there's really no way we're going to fulfill it. Almost had it. Moving on. An easy 75 out the window. I do want to... We failed it. I'm going to destroy this one, just so... Let's look. There goes Imagina. And, oh, I lost my boat. Whoopsies. Then she teleports again. There she is. She's walking. Yeah, we'll go ahead and remove this here. Source of inefficient fishing hut, and then these other two come online shortly. So I was setting up the trade on resources. The way this works is you set the desired level you have in your storage sites. So right now I have 5 tools. I'll bump this up to 10. I'm going to run into a trade deficit when the trader comes by, and so you set the level and then you either say sell or buy. In this case we always want to buy, we're never going to be selling. But if you're playing normally, selling resources is very lucrative. Usually you can sell planks early on because there's not too many uses for them, and wood is very plentiful. You can sell some extra food supplies and stuff like that. So in this case we can't do that. The other thing I will want to start buying is cloth, so I can set up additional markets and structures that require that resource. I really wish there was a way to sort or filter on this resource list. Right now there's no headings to filter on or a filter drop down, which is unfortunate. We have one more newcomer. Awesome. Alright, so we've completed most of our objectives here. The trade route is open, our administration center is up here. We do probably need to start adding some decorations. Yes, I don't want to tax. I'm not going to put anyone in that gathering hut. Right now my granary workers, they have a very short supply line for the berries right now. But they do have a very long supply line over here to the fisher huts. And it is taking a long time for the builders to even produce these because there's no builder's huts here. Let's go ahead and just put a builder's hut here. So we have some builders that live closer to this land. Because we will be building lots of military structures here to produce soldiers, a place for the soldiers to live and work. And the soldiers will be our main source of income, so to say, variable income, and the missions provide a lot more resources than income really. The income from it is pretty paltry, like maybe 5 or 10 coins for a mission. Maybe a hard mission that only gets coins will get you 100 or 200 coins. But yeah, the resources such as tools, stone, and cloth, those are most desirable. Fisher's hut is built. Awesome. So our villagers, they want 2 sources of food, but we're not. We have 16 going to the market, but we don't have any stockpile in the granary. There's another fisher's hut. I don't have any users. Workers. It's fine. My next villager coming here will be that person. Let's make sure everything is marked for chopping over here. And I think we're ready now to build our barracks. So we'll go ahead and start that off here and close out the episode with that. So you can on a monument here, you can add additional structures. So you can add training grounds, fortified keep. Other than the aesthetic, I don't think fortified keep actually provides any benefit, but it does have a large tower. So there's 2 new citizens or serfs. That's their title when they first join. So we're building our barracks, or I think no, I'll go back, got distracted. So we'll set up the barracks. We'll make it very simple, not complex at all. I have quite a few roads here. For now, we'll just put it roughly here. That's good enough. And maybe I'll add a passageway. Do I have enough tools? I have 4 tools. I did set up a trade route, so I did purchase 5 extra tools, so that's good. We'll set up this here, like so. And that is how many? 8, 4, 12. We have 20 swords. I'm going to set it up like this for now. That'll do. And I do need 1 door. Let's see, where do I want them to enter and exit? Here? Sure. No, on the other side, where the road already exists. There we go. So that'll cost us 11 tools and a lot of planks. So, although our planks have no purpose right now, we already have 64 as it is. So that's all set up. I'm not even tracking the planks. I don't track them unless I really need to, because they're usually in 1 of 2 locations. The production building or the warehouse. But I think that's a good place to end here. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate all the feedback, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks. Bye.